Yo, what is going on? Welcome to the greatest podcast in the world. This is two fine-looking brothers think about, speak about, discuss about Gay and Dead. Yeah, so this new album came out by Trial of the Golden Witch, by Digibro, Endless Jess, Blind Skywatcher, MZ Shido, and Chi-Chi and some other people. But it's this new album. It's a rap album.
It's Chi-Chi from Cosplayers, right? It's
yes.
The one that's under, it's the one that Ox King
yes.
Lord Brian's legs.
Yes, in fact, that picture is going to be here right now. All right. How do you feel about this album, my good friend?
Okay, so I feel like we both had the same experience in which my first initial listen was surprisingly disappointing.
Me too.
Like, because I was so looking forward to it, it was just surprisingly disappointing. But then I couldn't stop thinking about it. Then I listened to it over and over and over again until I liked it. Like, I just kind of, like, forced myself to like it, and now it is my favorite Trial of the Golden Witch album.
Yes, so I'd like to talk about my experience with my first time listening to it. I woke up, I was not feeling very good, and I listened to it, and it made me feel even worse, and so I turned it off.
Yep. It's the grimiest shit on...
I was like, is this really the new album? And
yeah,
since then
that's my exact feeling. Is this really
it.
the thing we've been raiding through since Beyond the Earth Haunted? I've been so excited for this album.
Since Emotional Anime Raps.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about Emotional Anime Raps. Well, Emotional Anime Raps is kind of a side thing. This is more continuing the main, like, saga, I guess.
Yes, but I also think there's a lot of similarities.
Yeah. I think the line on this album that signifies the whole overall feeling the most is Woolord, Trial of the Golden Witch, grimiest shit on the internet since 2011.
Really, I mean, I wish that line came earlier in the album, but in Fat and Dangerous, he does tell you that it is the grimiest shit on the internet. This was a very...
I feel like that's one thing. I think it should have started with Fat and Dangerous.
But, okay.
I think that should have been the first track. But then there is a build-up track to it, so you can't really...
I don't really agree, because the first two tracks and the last two tracks are not grimy at all. They're pure, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah. You're right.
I think it follows this grimy arc where it gets worse and worse, and then gets better and better.
Yeah, like I think Bunker, exactly halfway through the album, is the most grimy song, and it just slowly works its way back up. Except Body Rolls is really grimy.
I don't think Body Rolls is actually that grimy. It's just hectic. Grimy is like Buttfucker's Anthem is grimy.
Yeah, Buttfucker's Anthem is grimy, but
oh man, what is...
Yeah, that's the best adjective. It's a descent into griminess and an ascension back up, I'd say. Like, no, he describes it on the Bandcamp perfectly. He wrote, This is an album about coming to terms with your brokenness and no longer seeing it as something painful, but just kind of hilarious.
And that's where, like, the crux of the album is if you look at this album on the surface, it's really gross and really weird. But if you look at it as telling the story of attempting to be gross, then it is it's incredible.
It's
so good.
It's perfectly capturing this time, like in the lives of like Digibro and Jesse. I feel like even though a lot of the songs on it are fictionalized or humor. Yeah, obviously they're highly fictionalized, but it's not the literal content. It's the overall experience, I'd say.
Hold on 1 second.
My co-host is abandoning you guys. You see, this is why I'm going to take his channel one day. This is why I'm going to usurp it. Oh, shit.
Sorry, I just
Welcome back. I was talking about how great of a co-host you are.
Oh, all right, great, thank you. You know, you're a great co-host too. I really appreciate everything.
Thank you. I appreciate
that you do for me.
I appreciate it.
But let's
maybe I should edit this podcast.
Let's amend that. And no, I think I'm good to edit and put this on my channel. Obviously, You should like you didn't say anything objectionable. It'll totally be fine. Anyway,
yeah.
let's get into the tracks of this album.
Yeah, let's instead of talking about broad generalizations, let's dive right in here. We're probably going to be going in order. We might jump around a little bit in terms of concepts and stuff, but I think we should start with Broken Brilliance. What do you think of Broken Brilliance?
So this is one of the two songs that I listened to extensively before the album came out, and I really have nothing bad to say about it other than it's too short.
I agree. For like the opening track, it's very short. The only one I listened to before the album was Bad and Dangerous. Everything else was brand new to me, and I think I've listened to Paradise in name only.
Oh, it was
once.
in Digi's the packing vlog.
Oh, that must be where I heard it. But yeah. So Broken Brilliance, I thought it's a good track, but it's not. I feel like it's like as good as it needed to be for like the opening track, but it doesn't do anything too much to stand above it to me.
Yeah, I really like
it's just kind of like the run of the mill good Trial of the Golden Witch.
Yes, yeah, that is exactly how I describe it. It's good, but it's sort of middle of the road where everything about it is good, but it's not long enough to really make a point. A lot of my stuff in this discussion of this album is going to be about whether something made a point to me, and I'd like to elaborate on that for just a second. What that means is it needs to come to a conclusion in my mind. The song has to try and do something. And
I know what you mean.
Yeah, and if it doesn't accomplish that goal, I can't really enjoy a rap song that doesn't have a point in my mind.
Yeah, I mean that's like I'm not a big rap fan, but I am a big poetry fan, and they're essentially the same thing, except like one of them has like a beat kind of. I guess that's the best way to
I can
describe it.
appreciate a good beat or a good flow, but it's not enough to make a song a favorite of mine.
Exactly. Like for me, like with poetry, like a lot of people are just like really into poetry for it rhymes so great, or it has this really like nice lyricism to it. And I'm like, no, to me a poem is good when it either tells a complete story or gets a like really strong message across. Those are like all of my favorite poems reflect on that, or have like big like highly metaphorical like themes or something.
Like do you even know what is an opinion? Objectivity doesn't exist. I've told you a million times. Anyway, Broken Brilliance, very very good song.
It's good, not great.
It's like less than 2 minutes.
I like
long.
when he talks. I like when he like talks at the end.
Yeah,
whenever he talks on a song, I always find it funny.
He says
I always laugh.
He says to post the song on Genius, and he will annotate it himself, but he never actually did. I think it would be really funny if he went and updated it.
Oh, he didn't follow through?
No.
Well, he was at Anime Expo all weekend. I think he literally just got back today.
You're right.
So,
no, Broken Brilliance. That one has been out for a while. So
okay, that's true. Yeah, I don't get a lot of I get some of the references, not all of them, but
there's a lot of wrestling stuff in this one, I believe.
Yeah, this is definitely an album where I highly recommend going back and reading the lyrics because it's very quick, and it's very easy to miss stuff. Now I'm pretty familiar with most of the good lines because I've listened to it so many times in like such a short amount of time. Like I had my first listen Monday morning. It is now Wednesday. I've probably listened to it over 10 times.
Yeah, me too. I've listened to The Bunker way too many times.
Been underground in my bunker, junkers
come here.
That one makes me feel weird. We'll get it.
We'll get there. But all right, you want to move on to Paradise?
Yeah, let's move to Paradise. And
actually, I want to talk about what are some of your favorite lines, or just favorite line from Broken Brilliance?
Oh yeah, we should favorite line in each song. The one that I remember the most is the part where he's talking at the end when he talks about how he just wants to be understood, so he'll go on
He will literally
Genius
go
and...
annotate his own song, which he does.
That's my favorite, not because it's the best line, but because it's the one that I remember. That like from that song, I remember the most when he talks at the end.
I think my favorite.
I also like the Bane posting line.
Oh yeah, that one's great. But I think the one that's actually stuck with me is "You tried to define me and find me shy." That just keeps coming up in my brain since I listened to this song. It's like, you tried to define me and find me shy. Like you've imposed your view of me on me, and then looked for like a way I didn't meet it. Right?
Like I see more like almost like, do you ever get the feeling where you're like, okay, someone perceives me as a certain way, so I'm going to try my hardest not to act that way to prove them wrong?
Yes.
And then you end up acting exactly that way and proving them right?
Yeah, that's a very...
That happens to me a lot. Like whenever I know consciously someone thinks I'm like antisocial or shy, I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna go out of my way to seem extremely extroverted next time I see them, and then I end up seeming antisocial inside. That's like the biggest example for me, I guess.
All right, another line or two from that really stuck with me is, I am not what you wanted to hear unless your whole world's gotten too fucking weird. That's when I will appear. Which is, it's very true.
The Jeep pops out of my bathtub going, boo. And I'm just like, ah.
You know, if that happened, my world will definitely have been too fucking weird.
Yeah.
But yeah,
anyway,
I think that's a
we're
great...
spending too much time on this song.
I think we're spending a fair amount of time. I think that's a great, like, abbreviation of sort of the people who look up to Digi. It's like, it's the only reason you do it is if everything has become really weird.
Another big theme throughout this album is that we'll get to definitely in the next song is how they're warning you not to look up to them and not to like achieve their lifestyle. Like if this is your end goal, change it. Like, you know what I mean? This kind of like thing. This is not the lifestyle you want to live.
Yeah. And
it's really interesting because for me it never has been. The Digi lifestyle never has been the lifestyle I want to live. But I'm the kind of person I do want to eventually. My goal is to be able to not work and just full time write books.
You know, there's actually like it's like a story about this happening, like a parable. I don't remember who it's about, but it's some famous actor. It was like whenever kids ask him whether they should be an actor or whether they're a good actor, the actor says, "No, you're not. You're horrible. Don't do it." And only the people who say, "No, I will," have the drive to eventually do it. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And in a lot of ways, I hear that happening here too.
Yeah,
so,
definitely.
With that, let's get into Paradise in Name Only.
In Name Only. This was one of the few ones I heard before the album. I think I only heard it once. But I think this is a theme I've noticed throughout the album. Almost like every track, except for the times that Jesse sing, is sung by Digi. Mm-hmm. And I feel like certain tracks could have been, like, I guess, a little bit stronger if they were sung by someone else, particularly a female. If you know what I mean? Like,
yes.
There's a couple of tracks throughout the album that I feel like they could have gotten the same exact message across and cut to Digi a lot. Wait. Oh, hi. I'm doing a podcast with Zach. You're on the podcast, Dad. Okay, so what I was saying is that I feel like if they had like female vocals instead of Digi singing a lot of the things, they could have gotten the same point across and cut to Digi throughout, and it would have been a better sounding song. And this is definitely one of them. But instead of using like weird high pitched female sounding Digi, why not just use an actual female? You know what I mean?
I thought that was an actual female for a while until I realized it was Digi.
I noticed right away it was Digi.
Please don't tell me this is paradise.
But do you? I'd like to know if you agree or disagree, because either opinion's fine, obviously.
No, this was the only one where it was like any feminine vocals. Where else do you think that would have fit in?
I think Daydreamer, Sad Gay Boy.
I can hear it. Yeah, I can hear that. with that like real hypnagogic backing track beat, whatever. So let's talk about Paradise. This is my second favorite song on the album.
Really?
Yes. It's so good.
Okay, it's to me I really like it. To me, it's a step up from Broken Brilliance, but it's not close. It's not at the top track level for me, like kind of top tracks. I like the message of it, like how like you're working. You know what? I do really like this song. Fuck it, I changed my opinion. I really like the message. How it's like you perceive this notion of a goal, what your life will be like once you achieve like actualization, and then it's like it turns out to be shitty. And I like that message because it's literally the message of Digi's life. So you know what I mean? Like how he had this actualization, how he never wanted to work, and he wanted to become a full-time like analyst, I guess you could so to say. Gonzo journalist.
We'll get to the line, I'm probably the only psychopath who works this constantly. Mm-hmm. Eventually, that's a great line that really fits in this song as well. Now, this was written to be the antithesis to Get Action, and I don't think I agree with that. I don't think that's how it came out. I think it gave me a lot of the same feelings that Get Action did. It feels more like a sequel than an antithesis.
For me, it's almost a complimentary piece where it's like, get action, but be aware that this may happen.
Yes, it's like a cautionary get action.
Yeah, it's like, be action, but it may be that's the sentence. Get action, but it may be paradise in name only.
For Stella the Magic.
Young hearts full of hard work.
Those songs really all have the same.
But you must continue.
The same.
Well,
meaning.
This is like I said, this is a warning. This is a warning. Do those two songs, but warning, this may happen.
Yes, it makes me feel like I could do it better.
Yeah, because think about it. Like they talk about it, like a trillion fans ain't worth a damn. They ain't one friend who I can call my man. Like you did it better because you have a group of friends that you can call my man, and you have fans.
Yes. It's
you
important
have best
to
of both
not.
worlds. I have I have friends that I can call my man, but I have no fans. So I'm on the opposite end.
There's a balance. There's a balance to strike there, and
I think you've hit the balance.
Definitely don't let your art completely consume you. The thing is, I don't have this ambition that Jesse talks about as well. Actually, so I also too wrote a song about ambition being horrible and eating away at you from the inside out, but I think he puts it a lot better, right? Yeah. Ambition is living how others. No, wait, no. Where's the line? Yeah, ambition is a prison, not a walk in the park.
Yeah,
that's probably my favorite line from the song. No one else is ready to say that, like, ambition sucks. This thing that produces a bunch of content does not feel good.
Yeah, because there's always it makes you feel like shit. Because whenever you're doing something that isn't that, you're always like, oh man, I should be doing this, or oh man, I should be doing that, and you feel like shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. You feel like you feel like garbage all the time because you're not doing the thing.
Yeah, and
but then again, you have the thing when you're doing the thing. It's like almost orgasmic. Like I don't know about you, when I'm working on my book, it's like literally I like lose track of reality. I'm like in the book, and then it's like 3 hours later, and I'm like, oh shit, that was the best feeling ever.
Yes, I think the crux of the issue is that ambition is not something that it's not like creativity causes ambition. Ambition causes creativity. Creativity gets rid of ambition for you. It's not like it's not this implies that it's the other way around. When I think it's the reverse of this. Like creativity, creating things is the solution for the issue that they face, and not the other way around.
Yeah, for me, like it's like I'm in this weird cycle where I can never like my ambition is to be able to like my I guess my final like my goal is to be able to live off of my like just writing books full time. But the problem with it is that when I'm I can never I'll never be able to retire. Do you know what I mean? Like if I ever have an idea and I don't get to it, I'll feel like shit. I'll be like shit.
My
You know what I
retirement
mean?
plan's a shotgun. That's a Gus quote, by the way.
Thank you, thank you, Hunter S. Thompson.
No, didn't he use a pistol?
Words. I don't know what type of gun he used.
Anyway.
But anyway.
Speaking.
Anything else to say about Paradise in Name Only?
It's a good song. It reminds me of like, the beat reminds me of like a tropical breeze, right, at a resort.
It's a great beat for this song. It's perfect beat for this song. I said the only way to improve they could have improved the sound is use the girl's voice.
Anyway.
For obviously the chorus parts, but anyway, you ready for Falling to Pieces?
Absolutely.
Yeah, for me, Falling to Pieces is at the level of Broken Brilliance, where it's kind of like just this. It's good, but it's not great.
So we're entering a part in the album that I don't know what to call it, but it's these 4 tracks. It's Fallen to Pieces, Gayer Than God, Buttfucker's Anthem, and Freak Power. And they're all kind of similar in tone. It's sort of this is the second chunk of the album where it's like this is kind of approaching gross, but not really. Buttfucker's Anthem kind of is.
Freak Power.
It's the rising action of the album. There you go. These 4 songs.
Yeah, exactly. And then, but yeah, Falling to Pieces. I like some lines, but overall, it's not like I enjoy it. It's good, but there's not much from it. It's starting to get grimier. This is like definitely where it starts diving into the grimy territory. I'd say, like a little bit, not like fully there.
Yeah, he talks about like being cringe in this one.
Yeah, and my favorite line, definitely in this one is fuck. I gotta find it.
Yeah, my favorite in this one definitely.
Fuck.
I'm probably the only psychopath that works this constantly.
That's this one.
Yeah, I don't know how else to be,
Okay.
and nobody's stopping me. I get frustrated saying that. I hate it.
I need one of those Frankenstein girls from the 7-Eleven who stays up all night and knows the right way to heaven, and I'm quite alright if she's less than a 7, just as long as her taste ain't shit. That's my favorite like set of lines.
That is a great.
Because you could just visualize this person, and it's hilarious.
I also like that he says like 7-Eleven, and then as long as she's not worse than a 7, as long as her taste isn't shit.
He does 24/7, 7-Eleven, heaven, 7.
He's trying to say, like this is like a joke about my anime list ratings, right?
Yeah.
I think that's actually such a weird, obscure joke that I don't know if anyone else picked up on that. But I'm pretty sure that is what he's going for.
Do you get I admire not heroes but an hero?
Yeah, so an hero,
My life is a scene from Apocalypse.
is it's 4chan slang for killing yourself. So he's saying I don't admire people, I look up to suicide.
Okay, that's fucking horrible. My life is a scene from Apocalypse Zero. Is Apocalypse Zero
a movie
thing?
A movie and a book, I think. I'm not sure though. I have not watched it.
It's an anime.
It is?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's a series of naturals. What is the line again?
My life is a scene from Apocalypse Zero. Read the summary because I'm interested in deciphering.
A series of natural disasters has reduced the world to rubble, with the survivors doing whatever they must in a world gone mad.
All right, yeah, that
whatever
sounds...
they must to survive in a world gone mad. One young boy, Kakugo, gifted with amazing martial arts and a super powerful suit of armor, has been charged with making the world a safer place. But his sister has a matching set of skills. Okay, so it's pretty much...
I assume the line is supposed to be
crazy kids with powers doing shit in a post-apocalyptic world.
I assume the line is just supposed to be, in general, like, my life is, like, post-apocalyptic. Where it's like everything's real gross and grimy, you know. I get the picture that he's trying to draw. Although maybe that's not what he's going for.
This is so sad. This whole last stanza is so sad. I admire not heroes, but an hero. Now I know what that means. My life is a scene for Falco Zero. My strife is obscene, and I'm not endearing. When I sing, people scream and demand that I go. Believe me, like you don't even know how much I wouldn't be here if I could just throw all my stuff in a bag and be on the road to the edge of the earth and jump in a black hole. It'd kill me. It's so sad.
Yeah, it really is. I feel bad for Digi, but people also scream when I sing. And at least, but
my sister yells at me. But that's not. It's not literal. It's just a general concept. Like they don't like his way, the way he is.
Hey,
they don't like him for who he is.
I agree, but we're sitting here doing this podcast about something that he's saying. Like, we appreciate it.
I love him. I want to go and rub his gross beard. Imagine the feeling of just going. You know how I do that to you? Imagine the feeling just going up and like.
You know.
Can you hear it?
Yes, I know how the beard rub feels, and I don't think I'd subject someone else to that. Stop it! Stop it!
I'm throwing apples.
Stop. Let's throw apples at him until he dies.
Are we on Gayer Than God?
Yes, this is. I really like this song. It's real chill. I'd say it's about the same as Falling to Pieces. Right? It's just all like it's all laid back, but then there's like I can stuff a whole umbrella up my ass, walk onto the beach, and shit a fun day hole.
I can't believe like it's weird for the title for like one of the title songs, Gayer Than God. I didn't like this one.
Really?
This is one of the tracks I don't like. There's just nothing in it for me. I didn't like the melody. There was no really good lyrics. It was just kind of like to me.
I feel like
didn't really get much out of this.
I feel like this is one of the ones where I have not yet deciphered it, and probably won't until he does a commentary on it.
Yeah, I haven't deciphered this one either. That's why you know what I mean. That's what I'm saying. I gained nothing out of this one. I didn't like the melody. I didn't like the lyrics. I got this. It was like this weird empty feeling that I had, where he'll say I'm gayer than God, and then I'm waiting for him to say I'm better than Christ, because that's what I'm used to from Fat and Dangerous, and then he doesn't, and then it's like it just continues, and I'm like shit.
They're totally different
every
lines.
single time I listen to it, I'm waiting for it, and it doesn't happen.
That's odd. I don't get
It's just
that
my
feeling.
weird mental shit.
Looking at the lyrics of the song, I feel like there's a lot of stuff that I just didn't pick up on. So I'm going to come back to this one later, actually, and see if I can decipher it. But that's really all I have to say. I think it's a good song.
Okay. Buttfuckers
Anthem. All right, this actually, since I wrote my notes on this song has, like, massively won me over, just because it's so ridiculous, and yet it's the greatest sex song ever written. It's about nothing but sex.
It's absolutely the lowest grimy level of the no. It's not. We get grimy here.
This one's just degenerate.
It's disgusting. It's like like sex isn't usually a disgusting concept, but this makes sex grotesque.
But like a lot of rap is about.
It makes
sex.
It nauseating.
A lot of rap is about sex.
It's almost. I feel like it's almost like a satire on how much of like.
Yeah,
rap is sex.
It's
you know what I mean?
It's so obscene and so.
It's
so
definitely
funny.
the best rap song about sex.
Let's start off with your favorite lines. What's your favorite line?
I don't even know. I'm gonna read through the lyrics quickly.
I feel like I could just choose.
It's kind of. Oh wait, there was one I really liked. I gotta find it. Oh yeah, I'm gonna grind your until your mind rewinds back in the time to the line where you said you're mine. That's my favorite line.
I think my favorite is as I sent this to you earlier, and get fucking obliterated, fucking obtuse. I've got an all access pass to your caboose. I was listening to that walking outside, and I broke down laughing in public because I totally forgot that line existed. I've got an all access pass to your caboose.
I like the visualization of Fat and Dangerous Digi in a bathtub having sex, like in that room having sex. Like that's what I imagine when I listen to this album.
Yes,
it's disgusting.
I'm a good boy, and my dick
so
has power.
This was written. So my belief is that this was written right after he went and visited his girlfriend a couple of weeks ago.
I wonder how she feels.
And then it's just like this was my couple of days with my girlfriend. Here it is.
This has to have been written like right after that.
Yeah, he went from there to Blind Skywatch, and they probably did it like right then.
I agree. I think that is almost that. This might be the first one recorded after they met up. In which case,
I tried being gay, but I already died.
Which is weird because this song is all about being straight on an album called Gay and Dead. I wonder if that's like a thematic thing, where it's like every.
I'm a god of ass. You have to ask what you see. That dog ass when you crush my bone.
You hear me moan?
Like just Diddy screaming.
My cock when I'm pro, so get on the dick while I rub your clit.
Okay. Freak
so
Power.
Good. All right, yeah, let's go on to Freak Power.
I love Freak Power. It's a great song. It's probably my number 4 on the album.
Is it because of the Hunter S. Thompson stuff?
Yeah, essentially this even though it's not, I've just made this song about Hunter S. Thompson in my head.
I feel like no, it definitely is about him.
Yeah, it opens with someone talking about Hunter S. Thompson, and ends with actual Hunter S. Thompson quotes.
It's from a campaign commercial of him running for county sheriff. Do you know that?
Oh yeah. They talked about that in the book I'm reading right now. Yeah, but it's about people like Hunter S. Thompson. Digibro is one of them, and that's why I feel like it fits well on this album. It's about people who live that kind of lifestyle, I guess, and it's about people who fear and loathe.
The thing I really like about this song is the imagery that's drawn. It's a goat-headed man with a knife at your throat. Right. This I've got this vivid picture in my mind of what Freak Power is. And it's just this gross, demonic, satanic.
Freak Power.
It's like a satanic power essentially in my mind. This is the devil part of the album. Oh, I think I think this is the transition into the devil part of the album.
Yeah, this is because then we have the bunker, which is the low. I guess it can be perceived as the climax or the lowest point. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But
I think it's the climax of grime, right? It's the worst. It's the most disgusting part of the album, and so it's so exciting.
Yeah, but before we get to that,
favorite lines?
Finishing off Freak Power, I really like it. It's just a general it captures the essence of the Hunter S. Thompson lifestyle. Digibro is also has that lifestyle, and that's why I think it fits. But it's awesome. It's great.
I was gonna say a favorite line, but I think the entirety of the last verse is my favorite line. Right? Every single person who told
the last Digi verse or the
not the Hunter S. Thompson part, the Digi part.
Yeah.
Right, where he's I'm shitting on the people who said that I couldn't. Right? He's like I will do this again just to spite you, just to show you that I could do it twice.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. I think that attitude is amazing.
Yeah, it's great.
That's the attitude of Digibro that I look up to, not the self-hating part, the part where it's I know I can do it.
Yeah, it's like the whole core of the song is like I'm going to do what I want to do, screw everyone else who goes against it. And that's the whole core of like, as Tom said, kind of like screw the system.
But his is like journalism, right? Where he's like screw what everyone else is doing. I'm going to do my own thing, and I'm going to make it a thing, right?
Yeah, and he did. He won.
I'm so glad that he won.
Well, he didn't. He won by creating a whole new thing,
and then the old thing is gonna die off.
You know what I mean? And yeah, like the whole thing is still around, and even worse than it was then, and it's becoming this festering cesspool.
Well, let's not talk about
journalism
that.
Finale in like half a year.
It's happening right. It's happening right now, right this second.
But his shit is blowing up right now. Like, I mean, like we have like so many good conduits for it right now, like Digibro, Endless Jess, and other people. I can't name right now.
I wish you could hear this song.
Me too.
Anyway, let's get on.
But
to
I don't
something.
wish you could hear the bunker.
This is my favorite song on the album. It is it's so vivid and so it paints such a good picture of like
absolutely. Is this there's coughing throughout this one?
Yes, this
right?
is the one. This song legitimately sounds like it will give me a disease.
My throat had been closed by this was 100% written by Jesse and Digi the day Digi slept there.
I think they
and, like, woke up the next
they
morning.
wrote this because they have lead poisoning.
Yeah, my throat been closed by the dust and the mold that I choked on, hoped undone by a glass of water, but there's lead in the taps and the need for slaughter, and it just descends from there. Like it just gets. Living in an underground bunker, junkers come here, don't fear the queer shit. Living in my basement, drink another beer slick, take a lick of my stick, let me come inside real quick.
With my bruised dick. Oh my god. So gross, so grimy, so
What's my
vivid.
catchphrase? What's that smell? I
actually want to start off with favorite lines from this one.
There's so many good lines.
I love the
it gets so bad. Like it's just get absolutely nauseating toward the end.
They both talk about shit rot. I don't know what that is, but you're like assumed to know what that means. Got shit rot in my soul.
I think the most like disgusting line is that he keeps a hollowed out dick
on his dick like a tight sock. Okay, my favorite is actually I have two, but it's I dig your brains with an ice cream scoop. I dig your asshole and eat your poop.
It's disgusting.
And everybody hates me. I don't give a hoot. I'll pull your asshole out by the root, spin you around in a poopy loop, and then plant you into the ground like baby Groot. which is
they also just saw Guardians of the Galaxy 2 at this point. I remember,
yes, absolutely.
Who stayed there.
So
yeah, and then Jesse had to include
baby Groot. The funniest part about that line is like the contrast with I'm going to like literally like take pull your intestines out of your body and then immediately
and
going
you
to
as the most innocent mass appeal cute character from the entire franchise.
Such a great contrast in that line. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Also
I love the on Baby Groot joke. It was explained on like a Blue Glow or something. It's that for some reason Jesse has this perception that the character Baby Groot does like the Tiny Rick thing. Like, you know, Tiny Rick goes, yeah, I'm Tiny Rick. Like he has this perception that goes, Baby Groot goes, yeah, I'm Baby Groot. Even though the only thing Baby Groot could say is I am Groot. In the same inflection, he goes, I am Groot.
Baby Groot.
That's the only thing he says. But apparently he only says, yeah, Baby Groot.
Yeah, so
it's so dark in my room. Shit.
It's gotten dark here too.
Song.
Are we
I'm turning on a light.
We're looking at the same sun, and they're both setting right now. So,
the sun is going.
No, that's Daydreamer.
The opposite.
So, I feel like this song almost it paints a picture of them as like fictionalized serial killer versions of themselves.
Yeah, that's it, right? They're like that's the whole appeal. It's a complete over exaggeration of what they are.
Yes,
it's taking what they are Like it's taking what Jesse is really, like, and just like imagine the worst possible extreme of Jesse, like the Jesse at
this
the
is like
absolute
Endgame
worst
Jesse.
possible thing.
This is genocide ending.
This
Jesse.
is past Crystal Ball Jesse.
Crystal Ball Jesse doesn't hold a fucking candle to this Jesse. This is serial killer Jess. Like Crystal Ball Jess is just creepy.
He still talks about Baby Groot. That's the best part of it. Like
he's still Jesse Wood.
Yeah.
Anyway,
he still gets obsessed with like little things from different things.
one thing before we end, I want to talk about the references to the old songs. Right, you've heard it all before in that rotten more sick bars. Like go listen to those songs if you want to hear how disgusting it gets.
Don't watch the music video for sick bars.
Do not.
Don't watch it.
Gross.
Almost as gross as taking a hollowed out penis and putting it over your penis as a tight sock.
To rock your cock is my master plan.
What's my favorite line? What's my catchphrase? What's that smell?
Right, like he says that enough for it to be his catchphrase. His bunker must be disgusting. Right, if he just doesn't know what smells are.
Out in the bunker, chunka. I think about the Rotten music video.
Yeah, exactly. Also, wait, hold on, one more thing. I'm not even gonna comment about it. Brokeback Splash Mountain.
Ugh.
You're thinking about it, right?
Yeah. Ugh.
Also, they're like they make themselves out to be like insects or something, right? With like the constant illusion of like filling up sacks and stuff. Ugh. It's so funny.
It's so good. It's the grimiest song. And I think the oh shit. I just lost my point. Fuck.
All right. With that,
I forgot
you want to move on to another song with
yeah, let's move on. If I remember it later. Quarter I don't remember.
This is another. It's another one of those songs where I just don't really remember it. Probably.
Yeah, this one I don't even remember which one this is. It's just kind of like one of those middle ones that kind of sucks.
Yeah, it's short.
It doesn't suck. There's just nothing there. You know what I mean? And it was the collection of these kind of songs that made it a little disappointing for me in the beginning. You know what I mean? It was that combined with not getting the griminess.
It's definitely a song that I could come back and enjoy, but for now, I think it sounds good, but it doesn't really make a point to me, so I don't have too much to say about it. I think actually a lot of this song is, it's rap jokes or rap references, where this is in like a different rhyme scheme than the other ones.
Yeah.
Right, the other ones are triplet rhymes, this one's quarter rhymes. So that stuff kind of goes over my head. I don't know that much about rap, but I'm sure the rap enthusiasts really enjoyed this one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anyway, don't have much to say about this. You want to move on to Space Chillin'?
Yeah, let's go on to Space Chillin', the interlude.
Space Chillin', I like it because it's like it's literally just a build up to Fat and Dangerous.
It is, yes, absolutely.
That's why I like it. It's almost like bolstering Fat and Dangerous.
Right? He's getting ready
we got the big yeah. I like the exact lyric at the end. That was just a test to make sure you're paying attention to this weapon that I'm setting up and getting ready to fire.
And then immediately,
it's great. Like, he builds up. Yeah, like it's perfect. He builds up to like one of the best songs on the album. It's just like this big pump up. This Fat and Dangerous, I'd say, is the real climax of the album. And then after that, it's kind of just the falling action.
Yeah, definitely. So
yeah, like Bunker is a there's two climaxes to this, really. Maybe no, Bunker is the climax of the first act. I'd say it's almost like an Act 1, Act 2 interlude in the middle, kind of.
Yeah, it's if you look at it, it'd be like a graph where it goes up and then peaks and then it dips and it has like another local peak and then drops.
Yeah, and then it drops.
Well, I'll draw a graph and I'll put it on screen here of how I think.
Yeah, it's almost like a part 1 and a part 2 to the album, kind of, in a way. And then it's like the descent into griminess and then the ascent back up. But yeah, like so this is just literally just a build up song, in my opinion, to Fat and Dangerous. Do you want to get into?
Well, I want to say one thing. I really like the weird rhyme scheme at the end of this one. No auto-tune access to this chorus might not be lit. I can't even do it. It's real complicated, and it sounds real interesting. And then it really sets you up for Fat and Dangerous so much. I have a lot to say about this song. Let's get into it.
Fat and Dangerous is my number. It's probably tied for my number 2.
I'll say it's tied for 2 as well. With Paradise.
It's tied for 2 with Daydreamer for me.
This song, but as you can attest to, I know this song like front to back.
This song is the only song on this album that I listened to like many times before the album came out. Like I listened to this extensively to the point where like I knew a lot of the lyrics before I got down. So it was just a matter. I knew this was in the album. I just was waiting for the song. I mean, it has the chorus that is like the purest. The chorus of this rap is like the essence of the album. Like, I'm gayer than God and I'm deader than Christ. I'm doing the whole thing. I'm fatter than the devil
and I won't play nice. Come fucking with my flow and you gon' get ice. So you don't ask me for shit, you won't get what you like. Fat and Dangerous. We're good on my end. It's fine. Anyway, it's such a great song.
My whole life was from 11.5.
As you know, I definitely do know.
So my fat ass fox can break my Wii Fit stats.
Tell Stripe
Wait.
What?
I just got that. So my fat ass pockets can break my Wii Fit stats. It's cause the running game. You sit down on the couch, and you just put the Wii remote in your pocket, and you just like you know what I mean? You just vibrate your leg. Is that the joke?
Oh my god!
Because I used to do that to beat all my family in the Wii Fit.
I always assumed it was like a BMI thing where he'd fill up his pockets with quarters and then take them out to look a lot better than he was.
Well, yeah, it could be either. I like my interpretation.
I don't think
Wii Fit's actually a really fun game. Everyone who shits on Wii Fit doesn't get Wii Fit. Don't play it. Don't use it to exercise. Just use it as a fun game.
I agree.
Yeah. Anyway,
this entire song is just quotable.
It's amazing. It has so many. I thought I couldn't get any bigger than 180, but baby, I'm necking beers like Coke Corona, going crazy. Amazing lyric. I be in this video?
I thought that line was my fursona ain't no gimmick. I like his fursona is Coke Corona, and it's not a gimmick. It's real. Like telling me alcoholism ain't a joke, bitch, isn't it? Like he's allowed to joke about his own alcoholism, right? Nothing could be funnier than death. Like you're already making jokes about death and suicide. Is anything much worse about alcoholism? Right? It's just slow motion suicide.
Yeah. And exactly. And it has probably one of the best choruses of the album.
Absolutely. It's so singable.
It's just the pure like every time that I don't usually sing along to this album, occasionally I do, but like when I'm in the car, every time that chorus comes on, I scream it along.
Man, you weren't singing it when I was in the car. I was the only one doing it. We gotta sing this song.
Fuck you.
We gotta sing this song real hard.
I also don't like singing with other people.
What? Why?
I don't know.
We gotta do it together. Anyway, you know my singing is not good.
Okay, we'll do a music video.
Yes, I agree. I wanna talk about this line because I'm just.
I love that intro. I've done it on like the past couple of vlogs. I start the vlogs with "Ooh Lord," the vlog, grimiest shit on the internet since 2014.
The nothing could be funnier than death, and the scent that's on my breath once I vomit up the Arby's that I walk to get.
Yeah, right? That image.
I imagine Digi right? He wakes up, he's like super drunk, he stumbles out of the house, gets Arby's, eats it, pukes it up, and then thinks it's so funny, and because that's something he can talk about on a video. And actually, thinking about it, I'm pretty sure this is something that actually exists, that actually happened, and he thought it was so funny he had to put it in a song.
But I can visualize this so perfectly because my apartment in Gainesville, where I've gotten drunk plenty of times, really drunk plenty of times, is what's it called? It's right next to an Arby's. So it makes it 10 times funnier to me. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Stumbling out of your apartment, going to get Arby's.
I like that it implies that he's not too drunk to operate the vehicle. He's too drunk to turn the key to even have the possibility of operating the vehicle.
I'm just imagine Dibley just I just call him Dibley. Dibley, bro. Anyway, that's his new name, Dibley. Imagine Digi, like, just stumbling around in Arby's trying to order.
Yes. Why ain't flasks of a reasonable size? Like, they're way too small, right? He wants to get fucking wasted off of one flask worth.
I'm getting that God.
I want to lick a black and have on your side.
That's the best part of the song.
That's all right. Nothing in my life is gonna make
so
sense.
Good. Anyway,
Nothing in my life ever gonna make sense. So I gotta dispense all the sense I got left on the few things I like. All the bringers of death, suicide. As the result of the things I ingest, it's the best. What a great 4 lines. Anyway, lots of stuff to say about that song.
Anything else?
Nothing really to say about Nihilistic Suburban Void. Do you have anything?
I actually, the first couple of times I listened to it, I didn't realize this was a separate song from Body Rolls. I just thought this was the first minute of Body Rolls.
Which is...
I didn't realize they were 2 separate songs, which just shows you how insignificant it is. Because there's no break in the middle. It just starts the next song immediately. So I never knew... It's kind of like another build-up song in a way, but I never really knew it was a separate song until I think this morning. I looked at the track list and I'm like, oh,
there's another song in there.
Literally, I thought this was just the first part of Body Rolls.
I
don't think there's much I got out of this song.
This is the only song on the album that I'd say I don't like.
It sounds good.
I don't really like this song. I've heard it's supposed to be like Death Grip style, which I'm not a huge fan of. So, I don't know, this one...
I've never listened to Death Grip.
Despite the fact that it's about a sentiment that we keep echoing about this, a nihilistic suburban void where there's nothing to do except,
Is that what it's about?
Yeah, it's about a nihilistic suburban void. It's about a town that's...
So it's essentially just the South Florida thrifting Walmart life.
Yeah, it's interesting that he feels the same exact way about Virginia Beach.
Well, he's gonna leave Virginia Beach.
Yeah, but this is about it, right?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Anyway.
But, Body Rolls?
Yeah, Body Rolls.
Biggest turnaround I've ever had a song.
Me too.
Song. The first time I listened to it, this is the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. This is fucking garbage. And then it just clicked. This is the funniest thing I've ever listened to.
This is absolutely a comedy.
It just did a complete turn on. This is 100% a comedy song. It's just the visualization of I'm just imagining exactly 25, exactly that number, 25 Digibros standing in a small recording room, a small, the general, imagining a recording studio, just trying all to rap at the same time.
You and I have the exact same mental picture, except for me, it's 10 Digibros in a room with a couch, and one of them's climbing on the back of the couch. One of them's sitting on the arm, one's wandering around, pacing in the corner, and they're all saying different things.
Yeah, you could hear them all.
It's great.
Yeah.
It's like a crowd of Digi singing to you. It's so wonderful.
Yeah, this was really funny. I don't even know what it's about. I just think it sounds hilarious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I love how there's in the lyric sheet there's no stanzas. It's literally just
one verse straight through. They keep repeating this chorus, and then I love how it's so...
I don't even know what he's saying when he does that part where he's I don't even know what he's talking about.
I keep bringing up this, and whenever I talk about this song, it's the contrast between the chorus and the verse. It cuts from the many voices to one voice, and it's I think the transition's real powerful, or the contrast is, right?
Yeah.
It's so
my favorite parts. Yeah, wait, keep going.
The verse is so it's so focused, whereas the rest of the song is so hectic and out there.
Yeah, it's just imagine a bunch of Digis in sunglasses, the circular sunglasses with the shitty beards, all really drunk, trying to sing at the same time.
I like,
and
I really like the part in the verse where he's like, where he's singing and then everyone else joins in with him.
Mm-hmm. Which part is that again?
I think it is the suburban living until the shotgun in my brain and shit ring. No fucks will be given to the monsters, villains in the real world living. Suicide is my only friend. It connects us all broken in the end, and everyone like joins in with him. It's I don't know. I think the chorus of the chorus idea for that song, it's a gimmick, but it works really well, and I think it's hilarious.
Yeah, this song's a mess, but it's honestly, it's my third. If you count number 2 as a tie, so it's my third favorite. If you count number 2 as the tie, it's my third favorite song on the album, just for pure comedy's sake. Like, complete 180. Like, at first I'm like, this is just complete garbage. This is my first reaction. I'm like, what the fuck is this? And then I'm like, actually, this is the funniest thing I've ever heard.
I wanna say one thing about this song and this album. The end where it's like, but I'm fisted straight and listed like a, I'm fisted straight and listed gay like a dead man. God is the magistrate. This album has taken this joke of gayer than God, deader than Christ, and just worked it.
Where does that joke even originate from?
It's from like some Blue Glow Let's Player, something, and.
Yeah.
And it's now got like its own lore where, right?
It's from the Ape Escape one, right? Yeah, it's got this whole like elaborate lore, part of the Gigi Bro like Endless Jest narrative. That's one thing about this whole album. There was not as much Endless Jest as I expected.
I
expected a lot more Jesse. I thought this was going to be like almost like a 50-50 album almost.
Although Jesse...
It seemed like they were building to
Jesse
that.
did say he's working on his own album eventually. Going to come out.
That I cannot wait for that.
Crystal Ball Final will be on it. Confirmed.
Crystal Ball and
Butt Chugger.
Oh my god. And my Butt Chugger's great, and I'm forgetting the other one. Oh my god, I'm forgetting the name of my favorite one.
Really?
Lunatic.
There you go.
Yeah. So those three, I like those three more than any. No, actually, Forstella the Magic's really up there, but like they're like my favorite out of all the raps that these people have done.
Jesse's just on another level, but
the beat's by Chi Chi.
All right, let's.
It's by Frank Cali's friend Chi Chi. That's it. That's who it's by.
Her picture's on screen right now. All right, so
anyway, Daydreamer. Or do you want to say anything?
You don't really like this one, do you?
Daydreamer? Yeah. Daydreamer's tied for my number 2.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I really like the downbeat of this one. Right? The sun
it's very sad. It's like almost like a melancholic feeling. It's like sad, but it's almost soothing, kind of. It's like almost like a little. It's like okay, you went through this whole journey of this album, and it's time to relax, almost in a way. Like it's time, it's almost over, and then the next song is not without one more bang. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But like, this one's like almost like
this sounds like it should be the end.
Like this would be a satisfying last song if Who the Fuck Is Conrad wasn't even there. But the fact that it's almost like okay, we're gonna relax now, but we're not gonna go without one more bang. Kind of. That's the way these last two songs go together for me. But yeah, I really love this song. I like the idea because it kind of it's essentially the core is about how he can't live like a normal life because of his like the way his sleep cycle kind of works. That's what I interpreted out of it. I don't know if I'm interpreting completely wrong.
No, I think you're right.
I kind of so I kind of had this exact same feeling because there was a semester when I think it was like my spring 2016 where I completely fucked up to my sleep schedule where I was waking up at like 5 p.m. and going to sleep at like 7 a.m.
Yeah, that was
it was the worst feeling ever. It was like a low point, and this song captures that feeling perfectly.
That was the month or the summer between between high school and college. I got so far off. I think you probably remember that.
Yeah.
I was going to sleep at like 10 a.m. It was weird. Anyway.
Oh. Is that where all the lows were from?
Yes, absolutely, because you woke me up from my night.
We'd call him at like 3 or 4 o'clock, and he'd be like, "Hello,"
because I was still asleep.
Anyway, yeah, this song it's just very like it's sad. It's soothing but sad. That's the best way to describe it. And this one I also think is one that could have done a little better if the chorus was sung by a female.
I hear that. Who the fuck is this blue fuck Conrad?
Oh wait, are we moving on?
Yes, let's move on to Who the Fuck is Conrad, the last song on the album.
Okay.
Sort of.
I got a lot of funny jokes here about Binder. I got a lot to say about Who the Fuck is Conrad.
I'm ready.
It is my favorite song on the album. It is my favorite song on the album. It is my number 2 favorite Digi song behind For Sell the Magic. It is okay. Oh wow! He just said the beat is from this track is from Phantasy Star Online OST. It is my favorite beat in any Digibro song. The beat is amazing. It just sounds so good.
Not even a beat he made. Just the beat totally stolen.
Yeah, it's from Phantasy Star Online, but it's such a good beat. But it's coupled with it's the absolute saddest song. It's like the saddest song ever.
Weird,
like I almost cry sometimes when I listen to it. It sounds like so pumping and like really awesome beat, like a badass beat.
Living the meme.
And then it's like the saddest song ever. It's just talking about how he achieved like actualization, but in the process he lost himself, and it's like the saddest concept ever. It's horrible.
He let his
it makes
own
me feel
art completely
absolutely horrible. Yeah. And literally this chorus, I'm gonna read it. Digi bro, that's the life I chose. Ran away from home for the cash, fame, and hoes. Like home being metaphorical. Starting out to the east said, sad. A commenter asks, who the fuck is Conrad? I don't know. I respond stone cold as one tear rolls off my gay dead bone. Gay dead comes back. Perfect conclusion of the theme. And I'm grown-ass fan and some grown-ass pain, thinking how I'll never see my old self again. It's literally the absolute saddest thing ever. It's so sad, but at the same time, it's the most awesome, badass, pumping beat ever. And that's why it's the best. It's great. He didn't make the beat. That's disappointing. I was hoping Shade made that beat, just kind of for my own, like, personal thing. But it's from Phantasy Star Online. I want to find the original song.
Still an incredibly good song.
Still, it's I don't know. This was definitely the seller of the album. This is definitely one I connected with the most. I know it's not your favorite.
It's up there.
I don't know. There's something about this song that I'm just like, this is a 10 out of 10 masterpiece.
It's in the favorites part of my list, of my ranking.
Mm-hmm.
And I think my favorite, the line that sticks with me is, I've let my own art completely eat me, right? Like,
yeah, because that's the core of the song.
I've let my own art completely eat me. The tone he says it in compared to the rest of the song is it's powerful.
But the only weird thing about this song, there's a couple weird things, but one weird thing is I feel like this also happens to be an exaggeration, simply because I feel like I know this sort of makes me feel like I almost feel like I'm insulting the song by saying this, but I feel like at least for the After Dark vlogs and everything, Digibro isn't a character. Do you know what I mean? His art hasn't completely eaten him. He's still Conrad. You know what I mean? This is who Conrad is.
That's the thing. That's actually him. It's eaten him. It's gotten where everything he makes is him. It's no longer a character. It's no longer art. Well, it's still art, but it's no longer it's no longer like it's no longer separate from himself.
There's no separation anymore.
So it's absolutely
true. And then the other line I was a little confused about. It's easier to buy a flight than it is to say goodbye. He's not flying out to see his friends that. Well, I guess
that's one of my favorite lines.
It's not
it's to me that says it's easier to go in your head and say like, you know, and just to be like, I don't need to say goodbye. I'll just fly back if I ever need to see them, and then you never need to see them. Because that's exactly the same mentality I have. Is I really hate saying goodbye, so I'll just do that, and if it never happens, then who really cared?
That's true. That's true. I was sort of thinking like does this mean like if he never was traveling, would he just never talk to like all the procrastinators again? But then I realized that's not what it means.
No, I think this is about real people that he hasn't seen and he hasn't said goodbye because he thinks.
For me, that's I feel like the song from Emotional Anime Refs has the same kind of message as that.
Open and Mono no Ware.
Again?
Probably you're thinking of Mono no Ware.
The one I'll light a candle.
Yes, yeah, that's Mono.
You will too, Toasty. Yeah. So that theme really hits home for me because I have a group of friends from sleepaway camp. From my Stars Lake camp. I see them occasionally when I'm in New York. I see them once every couple of years, but outside of that, we don't really talk together. These were people that I had so many life experiences that these were my best friends at the time, and I had so many memories with them. And it's just you just go home from camp and it's just you just lose touch. It's not like you don't have a thing where you're like, oh, I'm never going to talk to them again. It's just you just get caught up in life and you forget about them. We're talking about Mono no Ware.
we'll do emotional anime raps in another podcast, but thank you for listening.
You get what I'm saying.
Thank you so much for listening.
Anyway.
Do you have anything to say about the bonus track?
I forgot about that.
Looking on your tits, bitch. Sucking on your tits, bitch. Looking on your tits, bitch.
The bonus track was Digi was working on getting the album together. At the end, all the other songs were recorded. Digi was really drunk, and he's like, "Oh, it would be funny if I fucking did random noises now." And then that's what he did. That's
what's his name? Blind Skywatcher actually posted that early. He's like, "This is a real preview of Gay and Dead," and it's just Digi going, "Looking on my tits, bitch. Sucking on your tits, bitch." Anyway.
That's perfect. Anyway, that pretty much sums up my opinions on Gay and Dead.
Thank you for listening.
A disappointing album to the best Digi album.
Oh man,
it's the best one, right?
Well, I don't know. I really like Emotional Anime Raps, but it's a really good album.
Emotional Anime Raps is also great. I can't stop thinking about it. It is the only thing I have thought about since Monday.
About what? Sorry.
This album.
Yeah, since I listened to it the first time, it's just been on loop in my head.
Now I don't need to listen to it ever again because the podcast is done.
I've gotten it all out of my system with this podcast. So thank you for listening, but also thank you Josh for discussing this with me and letting me work it out of my system.
You're welcome.
All right. Well, good night.
Good night.